to the Heartwired podcast.
Hello.
We have a good episode today. I am your host, Dolores, and this is my co-host,
Tiffany, your paranormal enthusiast. No.
Just kidding.
Well,
we have two
drama.
segments today. One is embarrassing stories. I have a couple embarrassing stories. I have
oh no,
a couple Amazon reviews. I'm not gonna say.
That's funny.
I have an
funny
embarrassing
ones.
story.
There's some funny ones.
Oh yeah, they're really good.
I think there's a YouTuber that does it. He
Oh,
goes through all of them.
They're so good.
Some of them are ridiculous. Like especially if it's like sexual stuff.
Oh, yeah.
Is it one of those?
No, no,
those
but
are
it's
funny.
bad. It's
They'll
bad.
be like, yeah. Oh, we should read one.
We're,
Let me see if I can find it. It's the rose toy ones.
Oh my god.
Yes, I saw them because we were like, if you want to laugh, go look at those reviews. Like
the rose toy ones.
Yeah, because they're ridiculous.
So that's segment one.
Yes,
And then we have segment two, which is we're gonna talk about the P Diddy trial and what we know about the P Diddy trial. I know.
Last night, I couldn't even get an answer. I was singing it. I was walking around my house like, I want you. And I was like, damn, I can't sing this song anymore.
I tried to call.
Even put up that oh my god, someone posted on TikTok that video and they said this is when P Diddy lost Cassie. This was like him like being all sad.
Why am I saying off?
Excuse me.
No. Yeah, he should have lost it a long time ago.
But I was just like, people are crazy on the internet with that stuff. I think it's funny as hell though. The comments of, let me see.
Okay. While she looks for the rose toy review, I got a couple of
4.5K.
Oh my god.
Y'all nasty.
Yeah.
I saw God and she was holding this toy. That already started off bad.
Se pasan, dude.
It said, listen, I don't even write reviews often, but after that one session with this little rose-shaped miracle, I felt morally obligated to warn the public, you're not ready. It's too long. What the hell? It's like way too long. The suction, it whispered sweet nothings to my soul. The vibration, I could regain chakras. I climaxed so hard, I had to check my birth certificate to remember who I was. I told you. I'm pretty sure my upstairs neighbor felt it too. Either that or they're not a loyal customer like I am.
Oh, wow.
5 modes? More like 5 stages of excision? Is that how you say it?
Ascension.
Apparently I can't read. I am dyslexic. I went from curious to speaking in tongues in under 3 minutes. It's waterproof, so now my showers are either sinful or holy, depending on the perspective. This thing deserves a standing ovation, but my legs are still weak.
Wow.
10/10 would recommend to anyone with the sense of adventure. If you're not moaning, you're using it wrong. That was the first funny one. Oh my god,
dude.
There's so many. It's ridiculous. Oh my. Someone said, is that what's her name? Oh my. What's her name?
Who?
The chick I was showing you earlier on TikTok.
Oh no, I don't remember.
The big girl.
Oh yeah. Oh, Shotty Bae.
Shotty Bae, because she goes, oh my. Is that her? That's her. That's gotta be her.
Okay, so this review is from a guy named Luke.
Luke Skywalker.
And he was actually reviewing the Haribo Golden Bears gummy candy, the 5-pound bag.
I'm like, those are bomb.
The sugar-free gummy bears, okay?
Okay.
So this is the title. It gives it 1 star. And it says, see you in hell, Haribo sugar-free gummy bears.
Ew, they don't taste good.
And he was like, it was my last class of the semester, and the final exam was worth 30% of our grade. After a late night study session, I felt confident, but I had to decide between sleeping in or cooking breakfast. My eyelids chose sleep. My stomach later regretted this decision, and after several uncomfortable stomach growls, I finally decided to make a quick stop at the campus bookstore and grab a snack before my test. Since the semester was ending and everyone was going home for the summer, a lot of items were on sale, including the snacks and candy that they kept up in the front.
Not the snacks.
Being in a hungry state that I was, I felt only logical to pick the largest yet least expensive candy in order to get more bang for my buck. And there they sat. 2 bags of Haribo sugar-free gummy bears. Buy one, get one free. What a deal. I thought naively I would eat 1 bag before my test and 1 bag afterwards. As I walked to class, I gleefully chewed on those abominable little bastards, unaware of the utter mayhem they would soon unleash upon my poor anus.
Oh my God.
Suddenly, a loud gurgling war cry came from my belly, and in the entire class lifted their heads.
Oh my God.
At this point, nothing mattered except expelling the ungodly presence in my bowels.
Wow.
With 15 minutes left, I promptly wrote C for every answer and
He's like,
ran
I
out
gotta
of the
go.
classroom.
Yeah. He's like, I gotta go now.
My professor yelled something, but I was too preoccupied with the volcanic eruption that needed to take place before I could find sweet relief.
I would have said it out loud.
I gotta poo. He's like, I burst into the restroom like a Kool-Aid man, and behold,
oh my gosh.
the handicap stall was empty. Sun rays from the adjacent window shone upon it, and it was, and if it were a gift from God himself. It took me less than 0.5 seconds to undo my belt buckle, pull down my pants, and finally relax my weary buttocks upon the toilet.
Yeah.
I took absolutely no effort to expel this demon. Almost immediately, the floodgates of hell were opened. The damned liquefied souls of an entire bag's worth of gummy bears cried as they burned through my sphincter and into the water abyss below.
Gross.
I had never felt simultaneous relief and anguish in my life. After 30 minutes of this, I immediately went home, dug a hole in the backyard, and burned the remaining bag of gummy bears.
Wow.
I
Dramatic.
leave you with this. Do not. I repeat, do not eat these spawns of Satan.
But I have, but not I guess the sugar-free.
Is the sugar-free, dude.
I want to try it. Let's buy them and do it live.
I'm down.
Okay. We should do a food review one.
I'm down. He's like, not only did they cause me to fail my final test, but the anguish I experienced is something I wouldn't wish upon anyone, not even my worst enemy. The only place these godforsaken hell bears belong are buried deep below the earth's surface.
What the hell? What's in it? Now I have to look at I'm going to go Google tonight. It probably has like a laxative in it. What's in it? That or he's like really allergic to something in it.
Oh, wow.
You know, like there's something in it that he's probably lactose with.
He's lactose?
Yeah, maybe it has some type of milk product in it.
Not lactose.
It says like fucking like 2% milk.
Behold. He's so funny.
He buried it. That's just so dramatic.
That is hilarious though.
It is funny.
Public rendition. Let me see. I have another one, but it's also it's not as long, but
okay.
It's also about those same gummy bears, guys.
Gummy bears. I'm about to.
It's the same gummy bears.
What's with the gum? I need to see. I need to try them because I'm curious. Hey, I'll lose like a couple pounds in a day.
This one is from Joshua. He gave the gummy bears, the same Haribo gummy bears,
The same review.
1 star. It says, "Eat if you dare."
Ew. Okay, I gotta look what's in this. What is it called?
Haribo gummy bears. Sugar-free gummy bears. 5-pound bag.
5
No, come on. They ate a 5-pound bag of freaking
Wait, they
gummy
ate all
bears.
of them?
Well, he said he ate the whole 5-pound bag.
The dumb. I mean, it's like anything. If you eat too much of it, you'll get the shits. I want to know what's in it though. Sugar-free
bag. Sugar-free.
Haribo. Yeah.
Gummy bears.
Okay. See you in hell, Haribo. That's the first thing I saw. Why is it discontinued?
Oh, No.
After flood negative. After a flood of negative Amazon reviews, the company decided to discontinue the product for good. Fuck! I wanted to try them. What is the sweetener in the sugar-free? It's lactose and hydrogenated syrup. Sugar, alcohol that almost as sweet as a table of sugar. That. Mm-hmm. But what else? What else is in it?
Apparently, that's enough to give you the craps, dude.
It's just.
So do you
these
guys
cause gastric problems if consumed in excess, and sweeteners is known as cause problems. Sugar-free candies often contain. Yeah, we already know that, but I want to know for that one. But they discontinued.
But they had the same ingredient, so
there's something in it. They put a laxative. They probably just fuck with people. Here's another thing: people resell on Amazon, so you don't really know who you're
like
getting
what
it from.
You're getting, yeah.
Yeah, you could be getting it from like I don't know some.
Those were not Haribo. Dude.
Yeah, they put laxatives. They probably made their own and then mixed it and then sold it.
Dude, Haribo's bomb. I don't know.
They are. Those are they're
my favorite gummy bears.
Mm-mm.
Those with chamoy and
not those ones. There's a better
tahine.
one. Those other one, the white bag.
I don't know that one.
Bitch, those are fucking fire.
Oh,
and they're like more vegan.
Mm-hmm.
They taste so good because they actually taste like the fruit.
Yeah.
They're expensive though.
No, I'll just take Haribo.
I ain't eating the shits.
Yeah,
Fuck
yeah.
that.
Well, there ain't sugar free.
If I eat this whole bag, I'll probably get the shits. Okay. She got the spicy salsa verde.
They're the Costco bag.
Sorry, I'm hungry, guys.
So this is the second Haribo sugar-free gummy bear review. So,
Okay, I'm done.
Joshua, 1 star. Eat if you dare.
Joshua.
I sit here writing this review at 4 a.m. from my porcelain throne. A fixture you will become all too familiar with if you choose to eat these cute little bears from the pits of hell.
They are cute.
I had to eat a pound of these little bastards after Man City must have thought they were playing American football the other week. Okay, that's a weird thing to say. And lost a team of Arsenal scrubs. They were a bit chewy, but overall appeared to be nothing more than your average gummy bear. After about 2 hours with a little more than mild stomach cramps, feeling like one would expect from eating a pound of any candy, I began to wonder if I'd gotten some duds. Like the slow building up of a Martin Scorsese film. However,
really?
Those bears were waiting for their baptism scene to destroy my insides.
What the fuck?
It started with a cramping, very aching okay, this person is misspelling.
Me?
Doing, that's what he meant. Very like doing 1,000 crunches and then being forced to hold the 1,001st crunch indefinitely. Then came the initial run, which opened the proverbial floodgates. I'm over 30 and I'm beginning to wonder if these bears
I wrote the review.
know that and want to send me back to the can for each year I've been on this earth to make me wonder why I'd ever been born. In between gastrointestinal bouts of pressure, washing the inside of my toilet from my anus, I lay in bed feeling as if someone were to punch me in the stomach. I'd explode, turning the walls of my bedroom into soiled Jackson Pollock rendition.
Ew.
To give you an idea,
No, I don't want an idea.
I spent $50 ordering a UFC pay-per-view, only to willingly miss the last 2 to 3 fights on the main card because I didn't want to stray too far from the master bathroom. Thankfully for me and my marriage, fearing what might be coming, I convinced my wife to spend the evening at my sister-in-law's because, trust me, fellas, nothing will be gained from your significant other experiencing this with you. I am no longer in pain, but I'm still having to make trips back to my master bath on a regular basis. Eat these if you dare, but be forewarned. They are not to be trifled with unless you want your toilet to be staging ground for a repeat fecal rehearsals of the Red Wedding from Game of Thrones.
What the fuck? Oh my God. Dramatic.
I know. I love these.
I know.
Eddie. Okay, so do you have any more embarrassing stories?
Like personal?
Yeah.
I have a lot. I have one that's pretty funny. It's like super short. I went to a club one day. This is when I was young. I was like in my 20s, and went to go to an 80s bar with some friends, and we were like, hey, let's have some fun. Let's have drinks. We were already drinking, obviously, prior. Get there. A guy was like trying to talk to me. He was being polite though. He was like, do you want a drink? And I was like, yeah, sure. Yeah. He's like, let's go to the bar. Cause like he was being like to show me that he's not taking the drink, and Yeah. So I went with him to the bar, and he's like, order what you want. So I order, got the drink. Mm-hmm. He was nice, polite. Oh, look, cheers. Drank it. I chugged it. And I threw up in my mouth. I threw up in my mouth, and I was like, oh my God. Like, if I didn't hold it, I was going to like shoot it in his face.
Yeah, like projectile.
Yes. And it was in front of everybody. And I was like, you better fucking hold it in your mouth. I was like, and I swallowed it.
Oh, that happens.
I was like, but you know when you're young and you're dumb, and it's like, you can handle it, but like obviously when you're older, it's not the same. Like you probably couldn't hold it,
No, if you're older, you probably would have projectile.
Yeah, I was so embarrassed because I was like, oh my God, I just like, and I swallowed it. He's like, are you okay? And I was like, yeah, I'm fine. And I was like, I'll be right back. And I left, and I think I just left. Like I didn't even come back. I just left the place.
Yeah.
He was so polite too, though. Aww. He wasn't like, he wasn't like, hey, what's it? He was just like, let me buy you a drink. I was like, okay. Yeah. But I was so like, oh my God. I just remember, and then I tried to throw up again because I threw up, because knowing I threw up, oh my God. Yeah, don't do that. It was so like one of those things that always stuck with me. I was like, oh my God, I can't believe I did that.
Oh man.
But I was like 23, 22 or something. I was young.
Yeah.
But that was one.
Oh man, that's pretty bad.
I fall a lot. I'm a klutzy ass person, so like I literally have to like baby step everywhere I go because I know I'm gonna fall. I fell at a restaurant. And first of all, floors were like baby oiled, like P Diddy style. Well, they were slippery, and you could tell because it was all glossy, right?
Yeah.
I fell in front of everybody, and when I fell, I like kind of split. It was so embarrassing. And I was like, ah, and I was like, oh my God. And then I went, safe. And then I got up. And then I got up. And I tried to save my own ass. And everyone was just laughing. It was just small embarrassments like that. But those are probably the ones that stuck out because there were so many people. They're probably not even that bad.
They're not that bad.
They're not, but the throw up one was.
Like those are like some of my like, oh, that happened.
I feel like everyone's had at least one of those, you know.
The throw up, yeah.
The throw up, oh,
for sure. Especially if you were like a millennial, because you got Four Locos. We had Four Locos.
I used to drink
crazy crap.
Used to drink what are they called? What are they called? They're like energy drinks with beer or alcohol.
Four Locos.
No, they weren't Four Locos. They were called Sparks.
Oh, I don't know what that is.
Oh my God. Yeah, because it got discontinued within like a couple months. Those shits were hard. They were like, I think they were worse probably because they had energy drink in it. But they realized, oh, people are getting cardiac arrest. Well, duh. Like, what the fuck? You're mixing a bunch of shit. Like,
yeah, like, what do you think is going to happen?
Yeah, like, your hearts can't fucking stand that, you know? And I remember we used to drink it before the club, and I'd be like, oh, my heart. I was like, I think, am I okay? We'd be like, checking your pulses. Oh, I think we're good. Dude. You would only have to drink two, and you're good. Like, it's like buzz balls, probably. Ugh. Like, I'm sure it's very similar. That's why people drink those and the beat boxes and all that.
Yeah.
We don't condone alcohol.
Buzzball doesn't do anything to me. I already don't.
I've never had one.
I don't care about it.
I've never had one.
Don't.
I've only tried.
It's all sugar.
Yeah, I can't do sugar. I've never tried it though. Like I never had a sip of it or anything. I've tried a beatbox like recently, and it was good. I had the pickle one. That shit was good. But I was like, I can't drink this shit. Like maybe one, but I would have to like not drink anything else because there's so much sugar in it.
Yeah. Because you're gonna
I'll be
headache
sick.
with that.
I'll be sick as I'll be in the hospital. Like I'll be like, oh my god, I'm dying.
If it has a lot of sugar, I'm dead the next day. So lately, I haven't had any hangovers when I drink because I just drink with anything that doesn't have sugar.
Yeah.
So the next day, I'm like, fine.
Yeah, I try to get the most like vegan, like vodka ever.
Yeah.
Because if not, like it just affects me so bad. Like Tito's was like distilled differently. So
yeah. Tito's is good,
but now it doesn't sit with me.
Maybe did someone buy them out? We have to look into that.
Yeah, probably.
That's what usually happens when the formula changes.
Yeah, it has to be like instead of I guess made like potato wise, it has to be like a rice grain or something. I don't know. Like,
Yeah,
I had to look into it. Soju, that one does me well sometimes, but it just depends.
Yeah.
I still got sick over it. So. Is that light?
I have an embarrassing story. Yeah.
It's cute.
Yeah,
It's a space light.
Yeah, it's just like a space
I
light.
have one too. But
And he's like, should I put the galaxy or should I put the stars? And I'm like,
wait, when was he born?
1983.
No,
June
like
5th,
month.
1983. He's
June?
a Gemini like me, remember?
Oh,
Our birthdays in the same month.
Duh.
Like one day.
Yeah,
apart.
that's why. Because I have the same shit. I was like, babe, do you want to put it on? And he's like, yeah. He's like, wow. This is cool.
Oh, no.
This is so nice.
Do you want to put the galaxy on?
And then I put it on in the shower for Emery, and she's like, turn this shit off. I'm like, y'all stupid.
So I'm good.
She's like, this is whack. Turn it off. Get the light on. Switch the light.
The waggest shit.
She's like, both my parents are dumb as shit. She laughing way too hard at that one.
Get out.
Look fun. Comment one if you think I'm dumb as shit.
Oh,
no. Let's see. If we get flooded with comments, I'm going to be pissed.
Sorry. Oh
I'm going to block all y'all. Block. Put them on block.
I'm on. They watch the show.
Imagine
They're giving us views.
Imagine we're like, fuck, this video blew up. Just make fun of me. It's all good.
Oh
Give me your
God.
best fucking shit in the comments.
My God.
Tell me how stupid I am.
Oh, no.
It's a shamer. I like to be shamed. Speaking of shaming, P. Diddy. Someone
Speaking
likes
of
to
shaming-
be shamed. Oh my God, he's so gross.
I have an embarrassing story.
Oh yeah, give it to us. Is it
It happened in high school, and this is when I was in stupid song and dance. And I remember this.
Did you fall?
Life.
Did you fall off a box?
No.
Because everyone always falls off a fuck.
No, I never fell off a box. I have fucking sense. The
happened?
issue was
You shitted yourself.
it was like, okay, Lola, you get a solo.
Oh, okay. That's not
And I was like, okay.
You
So they're like, in front of the whole school, right? You're going to perform whatever song you want.
Yeah.
You just have to choose the track, buy the track. Back when you had to buy the cassette track with just the music. And bring the track, and you get to perform your song or whatever. And
Like a talent show?
Yeah.
Mm.
So you're gonna go up.
I don't remember
and
high school.
represent us.
Mm.
And so I chose Kiss Me, right?
Oh.
It's
Okay.
like that 90s song.
I think I remember now. Just because of that
by
song.
Sixpence None the Richer.
Kiss me under the milky twilight.
Mm-hmm.
That song's so gay.
I chose that. And I mean, I went to the stupid store, Sam Goody or whatever, and I was like, that one, I guess. And
I picked that one.
I practiced a lot, and then I
the
went
mirror.
up the day of, and the timing was like, it's like a lot of strumming in the beginning of the song, and you have to time it just right, because if you miss your cue, you miss your cue. And I started too soon. And then
Oh, were you off?
I was off.
I think I
the
remember.
entire
I remember.
effing
Was
time.
was this the talent show? Was it? Was it a talent show?
It was the whole like campus. The whole thing was filled with different like stations.
Okay, I remember.
And people had to start singing it along with me so I could start going on tempo.
Oh my gosh.
It was freaking
That's embarrassing.
embarrassing. And I was like, I gotta go.
I mean, I've done stuff like that when I was in my band. I would I would be drunk as shit because we had free alcohol and that's all we did was drink. So I would forget my lyrics and I'd be like,
soju hurts my stomach.
What?
Right now, after I took a shot, it hurt my stomach.
The spicy chips too.
Last time I had soju, same thing.
Hurt your stomach? That's weird because this is
It's
distilled better than like all the other stuff.
I don't know. But
Maybe the sugar.
Maybe.
Because you don't have sugar, really. This too.
Yeah.
These are not as the spice. Maybe you have an ulcer.
I think I might.
You have an ulcer because that's anything with like alcohol or like spice.
Spice doesn't do it to me though.
No, alcohol will do it though.
Yeah.
Like you'll like like a cramp.
Yeah, and
you probably have an ulcer.
Right here.
Have you gone to the doctor
Back
and check?
Here. Yeah. They're like, oh, you're good.
Because I had a friend. She had it. She had them bad.
Really?
She like spit up blood.
Yeah, I don't do that.
She's like, oh yeah, I spit up blood. I was like, girl,
it just hurts.
because it's like the ulcer is getting worse.
Yeah, it just hurts, and then I have
But
water,
it was from
and it
drinking.
goes away.
Yeah, it was from drinking. But I mean, you would have to be drinking a lot. You don't drink that much.
No, I don't.
So maybe it's just, I don't know. It could be a lot of things.
I don't drink that much. Like,
But it could be
literally
like,
what you see me drink.
but it also could be like, did you eat?
Today I did.
That's weird.
I had a double lettuce wrapped burger.
Yeah, because this is like healthier than all the other shit that we drink.
Yeah.
Like the other vodkas, they're not distilled like that well. They're like more processed. These are like healthier because of where it's coming from, but shouldn't.
Two guys.
Last night,
The
I couldn't even
PDiddy
get an answer.
case.
Oh, I belong to me. Oh,
So I did look it up, but Tiffany looked a little more. She has been doing it.
I've been doing it. It's because I'm fucking like once I get into a case, I'm like, give it to me, and like I was following everybody. It's like, yeah, follow. They're like, we're like, one of them was Rotten Tomato, I think her name is, the Asian chick I was talking about.
Oh yeah,
she's in the media, so she comes in on the trials and sees everything and hears everything, and then now they're posting like pictures of like the trial of like when they raided his hotel. The hotel that he beat Cassie at was the hotel I stayed at on my birthday.
no,
remember? Yeah, the International Continental in downtown LA. Shout out, let me get a free room. They're like all suites there. It's a beautiful hotel, but it's like the tallest building in downtown. It's super scary when you go on the elevator. It's like super goes fast.
I'm sorry, but I need to cut you off.
Oh, yeah.
I need to cut you off.
Your stomach?
Yeah,
it's fine.
It's bad. So if you guys don't know what a freak off party
Just the name. I hate the name of it too. It's gross.
It's a party where it's just like basically sexual activities in which either you are a part of, like that's what you went for, excuse me, or you're coerced into doing something sexual with someone else.
Crazy.
Or you get drugged and then they do stuff to you and you just don't remember.
Yeah.
And
most
I
of
know
them, they were drugged.
Cassie said that most of the time when she was with Diddy, she was forced to do it. For 10 years, you were forced to do something. Apparently, she was. And
yeah, if you're like blackmailed and they're like, I'm going to put this out if you don't do it. And they're like,
yeah.
You know. And then plus
however,
she was young.
the first time,
she was only like 19 when she started dating him or something like that.
Your brain's not developed.
He even told her to shave her head.
Yeah. Your brain is not developed.
No,
at 19.
you don't. You're like terrified of the world, and then you have someone like him that knows everybody, and then probably he told her all the other stuff he did, and she's scared of him. You know, he has a lot of people under him, and because they do everything he does, because he blackmailed them too.
Yeah.
So it's scary. That's a scary situation, and it's just sad. It's sad, like that. You know, these celebrities get away with it, like Ashton Kutcher. We need to know what you did, and Leonardo DiCaprio as well. Like all these people.
Yeah, Leonardo DiCaprio is gross. He only dates like 19-year-olds.
Yeah.
Like, once they turn 25, he's like, bye.
Doesn't it make you wonder, because what's his name from Nickelodeon like supposedly took advantage of him when he was a kid, and there's videos of him like touching him and stuff like that, and he's like, and then he smacks his butt, and he's like a kid, dude, on Nickelodeon.
Leonardo?
Yes, have you ever seen the documentary on Nickelodeon of the guy that got arrested for being a pedo?
Yeah, but not Leonardo.
Yes, he was under his fucking like, I guess he was like his manager too at the time. He was like, that dude was everybody's manager. That's why, like, they say if you've been like in that realm, it's gonna, like, you're gonna do it again. You're gonna, be that sicko. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's because these people with money, they get away with so much,
Yeah.
And this stuff could have been like prevented a long time ago, and so more people got hurt, and it's just like, it's stupid. It's so stupid, man. The law can be so...
Like, I heard he gives people pneumonia. Like, how does he do that?
Oh, supposedly... Well, here's two things. They say baby oil has a chemical in it that can create pneumonia in the lungs if it's, like, used a lot, like, the way he used it. Because someone said that, and I was like, damn, I didn't think of that. Like, it could create some type of pneumonia to make people sick. And I was like, well, he uses it like freaking like every second, you know what I mean?
Yeah, but
and not
like,
just like a little amount. He uses like a lot,
Yeah, but why didn't anyone else, like, why was it so like targeted to whoever he wanted to like croak?
Because they had probably a lot of information, or they said something that was gonna like come to light, like, I'm gonna sue you, or I'm gonna bring it to someone's attention, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Does that mean it's still on though?
Yeah, the red. Okay. Yeah.
And so, but then they say cyanide too, which is what they said happened to Jamie Foxx, and he even said that P Diddy poisoned him.
Yeah, I heard that.
And so, him, who else? Brittany Murphy was really close to him. And,
yeah, I heard that. And then she
passed.
Pneumonia.
Yeah, she passed from pneumonia.
And then her husband, like a month later, died of pneumonia.
And then the guy that was one of his prostitutes, he came in, he died. Well, he killed his wife or something, his girlfriend or something. He went psycho. Another guy that was a prostitute became psycho. He shot up the Trump Towers. He was psycho, and he was one of the first ones that I saw came in and said, hey, yeah, I used to be at his freak offs. He made me sleep with Cassie. He would give me money to be hush hush. He gave me like 20 grand. People would sleep with her and then felt bad for her, so they would recur and come because they wanted to see her to make sure she was okay. Yeah, but plus the money. But like because they were like frequent people.
Yeah,
they kind of like bonded probably with her, but it was just her.
I don't know.
I mean, that's what they do for a living, though. This is not nothing new to them.
Yeah.
This is what they do.
But it's kind of like, if you felt bad for her, why did you keep going back and boning her? Like, kept going back to bone her for money when you knew that damn well, like, she was saying that
because then they would threaten.
She always had like yeast infections, and she was saying she always had UTIs, and that it would hurt, and that it would take her days to recover.
You got to think about it too. They were all on drugs. They weren't in their right minds to ever come to a conclusion. They were just like consistently doing this. They got comfortable probably.
I don't think that's an excuse.
I mean,
you know what I mean? Like,
it's not an excuse.
I was on drugs.
No, but if you have P Diddy that is high powered and he's saying he takes out people. I mean, if he took out some big people, I would think he could take me out in a day too.
Yeah.
And then I think probably people were watching them too. I'm pretty sure because he had all his bodyguards and all this stuff with them and bringing them in. And like, there was just too many people involved, I just think there was just too many people involved.
Yeah.
Plus, these people were probably drug addicts too. I mean, they're prostitutes. Like, a lot of them are not sober, like, for like 5 minutes of their life. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I don't know. It's just, it's messy, but it just, that's what they say too with Cassie. Why didn't she get out? But when you're abused like that to extreme, like, it's not as easy as people think it is. You're so terrified to get out of it that you're just like, I'd rather just put up with it than to make myself more traumatized by worrying if I'm going to wake up tomorrow.
Yeah.
You know, so it's big.
Just too. It doesn't look good, and I'm not saying she wasn't abused. That's not what I'm saying.
Yeah.
It doesn't look good that there's text messages of her saying, "I can't wait for the next freak off."
Yeah.
And I can't wait for you to like watch me get, you know, like that doesn't look good.
Yeah.
Like when you are like being R-worded.
Yeah.
And you don't want to be R-worded and you don't want to be part of something, like you're not going to go and say like, I can't wait.
Because I think they get just used to it too. You know, it's just like a repetitive thing. And I don't know. That's abuse. Like that's how kind of an abused person's
like Stockholm syndrome
sort
of a thing.
Yeah. They accept it because what else are they going to do? And like he put her in that position. What else are you going to do? Like, you're going to have nothing without me, you know, like terrify them to the point they have to accept it.
No, I get it. I get why she stayed. I understand like that she was scared. I understand that, you know, she fell in love with him before. Yeah. And that then they started doing all this stupid stuff and it kind of snowballed after that, and then it was hard for her to get out of it. Yeah. But
because look at all the other people too that were terrified of him and they weren't in the relationship.
I get that. Yeah. Like, but at the same time I'm kind of like, come on, girl. Like you don't also have to, you can also be like, hey, you know, I don't think instead of saying I can't wait to do this again with you, you could say something like, hey, you know, I have an infection, I think.
But he didn't care because he even beated her when she was on her period. He's like, I don't care. He's like, you're still gonna do what I tell you to do. And she would the cleanup crew, which was his people, would have to clean everything. There was a guy that came forward. I didn't even know there was a documentary called the Downfall of Diddy. Yeah. I didn't even know that existed. First of all, where the hell did that come from, and why was this like years ago? Yeah. And everyone was basically saying what he's doing. Yeah. But because the people were coming forward finally. Yeah. And they talk about the cleanup crew that comes in, and there's blood stains everywhere. There's stuff everywhere. Yeah. Like, and you know, it's just disgusting, man. Yeah. And then his house, I don't even want to know, because they said he had rooms and a bunch of stuff. So, and then his kids were in the audience when they were talking about all this. Yeah. Some of them left at certain points, but they said like there was a guy, he was like, dude, like he's a black guy. He's like, you know how black people are. He's like, we're gonna be like, oh my God, and stand up, you know, like we're very passionate. And so he's like, everyone in the stands, like when they were talking about sexual things, they would be like, oh my, like you could hear everyone gasping and just being like, what the, you know, like they were like in disbelief of how much crap he did. It was just gross.
I heard that too. That he that a lot of the witnesses, the jury was just like shocked to the point where like they would make faces. They would have to like cover their face, turn around. I don't know. Like the effed up part is that it's not being recorded. Like, you know, the Amber Heard Johnny Depp trial.
Oh yeah, because it's too much.
Too many
to
people
put
are
on.
Involved.
Not just that, but it's too too extreme. It's way too extreme. It's a lot of it's sexual, so you can't air all that. So it's too much of like the sexual acts and stuff. Yeah, it's just too much of that. Because that's what it is. It's the majority of it is just all the sex stuff he did. And then not only that, but like people were like, it was never any girls. It was always guys. And like, if you look at all his videos, he's like, oh, I'm going to get you in your butt, or I'm going to do this. Like he says shit. I'm like, and I remember when I watched some of the stuff back then, I'm like, that's gay, dog. Like, you low key gay. Like, but it was like, he just didn't want to come out. He didn't want people to know he was gay. Don't want to come out. No, he don't. He wants to look like he's straight, but he would tell her to dress up.
To Wendy Williams, right?
Oh, like he put cyanide in her. Like everyone, he tries to kill everyone off. That's why she's all like crippled now. What?
Like back when she was DJ, a radio DJ in New York. Yeah. She got some people
she's crazy
to send her pictures of P. Diddy doing some gay shit, right?
She's crazy too, though.
And she was like, you know, she kind of said, like, oh, I have this and that.
Yeah. Like blackmailing him?
Not blackmailing him. Like, oh, I have this stuff that somebody sent me. I'm going to air it. She was warned not to air it by his people. She still aired it because it was a picture of him. She put it on WendyWilliams.com. I forgot how she did like the pictures, and then she described it during her show.
Yeah.
Of him doing some gay shit and accusing him of being gay.
Yeah.
And the next day,
I think I remember.
She was fired.
Yeah, yeah.
They were like,
but see, that's when she got
and then
sick.
He couldn't. No, this was years ago. This was years ago when she was still young.
Oh,
like when
okay.
She
like
hadn't really made. She hadn't even done the Wendy Williams show yet.
Oh, okay.
So,
I get it.
So then, she couldn't even get a job.
Yeah.
Because he had so much influence. She had to move from New York all the way to freaking Florida to get a job.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
because
see, that's
he has so much influence.
But see, that's what I'm saying. That's how much power he had. I mean, if he took out Biggie and Tupac, like they're saying he did, because there's a lot of coincidence. Like J-Lo was with him, and she was involved in a shooting with him.
Yeah, she took the gun, allegedly.
You can see the videos of them, how they were. Like, it's just crazy. Like, how can nobody see this? Or like, you know, the past of all this shit that happened. It's crazy. But I think we're just that's what I'm saying. Like, we're so wrapped up in everything else that's going on that you don't really see what's right in front of you. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
People being abused, whatever. But we all know too that celebrity world though is just crooked and like, you know,
and that's why I sometimes even now.
Yeah.
When I know I should believe Cassie.
Yeah.
I still have doubts.
Yeah.
Obviously, I'm not in the jury. I'm not seeing all the evidence.
Yeah.
I still have doubts because of how corrupt Hollywood is. And I'm not saying he didn't abuse her. We all saw that.
Yeah, yeah.
But what I'm saying is, at some point in the relationship, I think she might have, and I'm not saying she did, have had a choice in the matter. Yeah. I'm not saying the entire relationship.
But look at how he acted when she left him and went to someone else. And then they said right after she stopped being with Kid Cudi, he said that Kid Cudi said that they went to a restaurant and P. Diddy was there, Kid Cudi was there, and then she walked in with P. Diddy. And he said, "Oh, I guess they were back with each other." Because he forced her to be back with him. Because he didn't want nobody else with her. And then he even said it in the trial, like they were saying like he was very like heartbroken, that they were broken up and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But like he just basically brought her back in, like to be back with her. But I mean, I'm sure he threatened her and stuff. I mean, there's text messages and stuff.
I'm sure. Yeah. He's a monster.
Yeah.
Regardless of the matter.
But what I want to know, like, the most is, like, all the other people that are involved that obviously are involved. And they say Ellen DeGeneres is one of the biggest ones, right? And where does she go? She moved.
Left the country.
Yeah, exactly. Like, all these people where are they? Mila Kunis left Ashton Kutcher after she found out all this stuff was happening. She said, "Oh, no, I can't be with him right now because of everything that's happening." Girl, you knew. You knew. You were with him for so long. Not only that, but you were with him when you were underage on a TV show. Girl, don't even start. Like, I don't like people that like say that, because it's like, girl.
But again, you can't really put that on her too, because she was underage.
Yeah, but
and like kind of like what you're saying about Cassie.
How do you not know you're
so young?
How do you not know your partner is going to all these P. Diddy parties? And not being there.
But at the same, you
like
can say the same thing for Cassie.
But then. Like Jay-Z, Cassie, yeah, she knew. Obviously she knew, but she was threatened to a different extreme because that was his partner. That was what he wanted.
Yeah, but at the same time, you're saying, like, how did she not know? She knew something was going on before she got involved with him.
No, I'm not saying.
Got involved with him.
Yeah, but I'm not saying.
Kind of like Mila Kunis.
Exactly, and so she should have spoke up. She should have spoke up too.
She shouldn't have got with him in the first place.
Yeah, exactly, but she did because she knew. Just like when he dated, what's her name too? She knew as well, the older lady, and she's a pedophile too.
Demi Moore?
Yes, she's kissing young boys at 14.
Oh yeah, I heard.
Girl, they're all. It's because they all are involved. They all are, you know. And Cassie was in it. I mean,
I don't like. I'm saying.
I'm not saying.
I feel bad for her, but at the same time, I'm like, bro.
Yeah, true. I get what you mean, but like, I don't know. I don't see it. I don't know. I don't know. I mean, obviously, the videos, and like, you know, more information is. We're on basically day 6 of the trial.
Yeah.
I've been watching every trial date.
Yeah.
And obviously more is gonna come to light. It comes down to all the videos and all the other people linked with him that will know more. But like, to me, it's like, it just depends on who's like what was involved with the people too, you know. I mean, I heard like it was other stuff. It wasn't just like typical like prostitute stuff. It was like, more like kids and
bestiality.
Yeah, like disgusting stuff. Like there's a different level of what they did. Yeah. Because they were, I saw some weird stuff and I was like, this is gross. I'm
done. Yeah. Like, that's
and
gross.
Then it's weird because some people will be like, oh, well, people have fetishes. Well, yeah, they do.
Yeah, but you don't act on everything that you see. Like, what is wrong with you?
But it's to a certain extent. Like, you don't go fucking ruining people's lives and threatening them, you know, and telling them, oh, well, you got to do what I say. Yeah, or you're going to lose your life tomorrow, you know, like or your parents have to pay me money, or, you know, like, it's just crazy. There's just so many levels of the case that obviously we'll come back to talking about it because there's just too much.
There's too much.
Yeah. But it also, if you guys have information on it and you want to speak on it, let us know.
Yes. And also, okay, tell us what you think about Cassie.
Yeah.
Are you still weary about what she's saying? Do you think that she was okay with it? Do you think that at least at some point in the relationship, or do you think she was coerced and manipulated the entire time? I want to know what you think about my opinion on that. And I want to know what you think about Tiffany's opinion on that, because this is like a whole thing. Just with her, it's like a whole thing.
Honestly, it's one of those things like, I mean, it's just like all the celebrities that were involved. It's like, it doesn't even matter. It's like you still were involved at the end of the day too. But like, obviously abusers are abusers too. And like, some people take abuse differently than others. So it's like a fine line. Like you can't hang it on her head, but then you can't like.
She's not completely innocent.
No, of course not. I'm not saying she's innocent completely, but I mean, you know, abusers can take pain in a different way and just accept it, you know. It's just abuse? They could take the abuse a certain way and just deal with it, right? Like like, to me, like, this is my opinion, like when people are like sex workers, sometimes they get used to it, right? Because they're getting paid and they're getting the things that they want, like a lavish life, and then they get hooked on that, and they may not see it as like, oh, it's something negative, you know, because it's just sex work and I say what goes, right? But to me, it's like, no, because you're still giving someone your body, you know, and to me, that's like a private thing, you know? But
at the end of the day, I have an opinion on that.
Yeah.
Because they chose to do that. At the end of the day, they could have gotten a fucking job.
Yeah.
Like, oh, instead of getting a job, let me sell my twat.
Yeah,
like,
but some people are like,
and then they call it a struggle, and then they go ahead and
but
call it a
lot
struggle.
Of them, but a lot of them are like, no, I love my job. I love doing this.
Well, that's fine for you, but wait till you're old and you can't do it, and then you're like, I fucked up my body. Like, come on,
It's one of those things. It's
get
just
a damn job, and then they're like getting paid all this money to just have sex.
But then they're like, you're shaming someone to be like, that's their body, their choice.
No, do whatever you want, but then
I don't know.
The psychology, all the mental anguish that you're putting your body through, and all the mental crap you're gonna put yourself through, and then you're gonna call it a struggle when it was a choice. That's your fault.
True, but it's one of those things like people don't. I don't know.
Like,
it's a hard subject.
Take me for example. I can easily have been like, I don't want to be with Jesse. I want to be a prostitute.
Yeah.
And I want to F people for money. And I want to live this lavish life. And then I'll live a lavish life for a little bit and buy everything I want. And then later when I can't do it because I'm too old, I'm going to be like, I had to do this because I had no choice. Yes, I did. I could have got a job.
Yeah.
I don't know, dude.
But see, a lot of them are like, that is a job. I make my own money.
Good for you, but let me know how that goes when you're 60 and you have no career skills.
Well, then that's when they start like, I have my own business.
Sure thing, Bob.
I sell pasties. What do you sell?
And it's stupid. It's stupid. It's just, I can't.
It's just one of those things, you know.
It's a career. No, it's not.
Well, to some people.
Show me your retirement. Show me your 401k. Show me your insurance. Who's gonna insure
Holly
a prostitute?
Madison.
Yeah, well, she was
all the people from next door, Playmates, especially because a lot of I was actually having a conversation about this the other day. How like Hugh Hefner,
exception, not the rule.
Hugh Hefner was you know, he took all these women and he slept with all the women at the same time, and all these women were young, and he would pick the youngest ones, and like it's like a male gigolo, right? It's the same thing. It's literally the same concept, and it's like it's the same thing. And then speaking of which, she was dating Zach
she's
Bagans.
The exception, not the rule.
And she was dating Zach Bagans, and she was like, "Oh my God, he cheated on me with one girl," and then it added up to 10 girls. Girl, bye. Girl, bye. It's Zach Bagans.
Get out of here.
He looks like a douchebag. Come on now.
You really thought that he...
But those girls are so dumb. I met them in person. I'm like, oh my God.
Girl.
They're literally that bimbo.
I'm not saying she's...
They're like, oh my God.
Not nice.
I love Disney.
You know?
Not like that. Because I know you like Disney.
Oh, no, not like that. But I mean, like, I'm not saying she's not nice.
Yeah.
Or anything like that. Obviously, she
sold herself.
She worked herself to
sell pictures of her nude.
She's the exception, not the rule.
Yeah.
The exception is people think they're always going to be the exception.
Yeah.
When most of the time, obviously 95% of the time, you're going to be the fucking rule.
Yeah.
And you're not going to have shit after you do that.
Yeah.
And then...
Well, see, what she did was marry someone very money.
Psychological issues.
Which is EDC guy. What's the name? Pascade. She married him, and now she has thousands, like millions, billions. She lives in a freaking castle. But it's like she literally did exactly what most of them do. They try to find someone with a lot of money.
Yeah.
You know? It's like the typical.
Yeah.
So
I mean that's fine and dandy. It worked out for her. But it's
it's not like she did it on her own. It's not like, oh, look at my accomplishment. It's like your accomplishment is sleeping with a rich man.
She fell off the face of the planet after that show went off the air.
Until she
just came back up
when she married him.
TikTok, and she married him.
Yeah, she married. Well, now she's divorced with him, and then she dated Zach Bagans.
Yeah,
and she was friends with. Like, it's dumb. It's dumb.
Come on,
I know it's so dumb.
I can't.
Please don't do that, women. You have more brains.
There's more to you than your body.
Yeah. I'm not saying do what you like, literally do what you want. I'm not going to be here and say don't do that, but that's your choice. It is your choice at the end of the day, but we don't suggest it.
I don't recommend it.
Yeah, we don't suggest you do that because then there's outcomes, you know?
There are bad things that are going to happen to you psychologically.
But hey, people are going to do what they want.
There are repercussions to your actions.
But we give advice and people won't take it. Some people will. And that's up to you. Probably next week if we find more information. If not, it'll be the following week depending on how we feel.
Yes.
But thank you guys for sticking around and let us know about the comments of like every situation and what you think about the case of Cassie and everything. And if you have embarrassing stories, let us know. And
yes. Put them in the comments. Remember to submit your stories at heartwiredpodcast3@gmail.com. Follow Tiffany at Heart with a Heavy
Life with a Heavy
Soul with a underscore after every word. Me on Instagram at D to the Flow. And remember to like, subscribe, and click that notification bell to be alerted whenever we upload something because, child, it's getting lit.
Yes, and share our video and tell people about us. We love you guys.
We were just getting in the zone.
I know.
And we were like going back and forth, and then it died.
Go figure, right?
But we'll pick it up. We'll pick it up where we left off because we both have contradicting opinions on this stuff, and I think that makes for good content. Good content.
Yeah,
sure.
And we want to know your opinions too, so let us know.
Okay, guys.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye.